Grand Rising,
Happy
Lee.
Friday.
Oh yeah, Friday. Happy Friday, Grand Rising. I love you. What a beautiful day to be alive. Beautiful day. All right, let's get into it real quick. Got 2 minutes, real quick. All right, just for me. Let me go real quick to my pre-market screen. Just for me, real quick. VIX to me bouncing off of this 16.25 level, kind of trapped between its 200. I would like to see this in my mind. I would really the one trade I'll probably really be on the look for today is a breakdown on ES. I like VIX being trapped between this demand and its level and the 200. I feel like if it breaks out above the 200, it could get a move back to its top level. That's what I'm looking to see. Um, let's see. On NQ, it looks a little more tricky though, because it is above this 200 and above the large previous support zone. So NQ actually looks like it could kind of have a move up. Actually, looks like it is. It looks like it looks like it hit this 1 hour supply on NQ, had a reaction support, and now it's making an additional move up. I just don't like the way it looks on ES, like for an additional move up. It looks like a lot harder. I'd rather have it break out first and then come support and then make a move up. I like SPX because it has a little bit more room down. It looks like it's making like a soft level up top at 69.75. So it can have like another move down into this demand or the 6,900 level. So to me, I feel like there's less resistance to the downward side. I actually kind of like this move right here that ES was putting in on the 10-minute or whatever time frame you want to see it, because it's like a consolidation at the previous supply that broke down, and now it's being retested, revisited in the last 10 minutes to the upward side. If it can confirm a rejection off of that and not make an additional higher move, I would really like to see that as like the breakdown and retest of this area. But then I would still want a further confirmation of a further breakdown and a retest under maybe 69.85 at least, for it to be a continuation candle on the 4 hour, because I like the way the 4 hour is shaping up. And I think the 4 hour, if it breaks the 69.85 area, could definitely get a move down into like 70. It has to pass the previous swing low with a support at the 200 on the 15. And then it is like kind of consolidating on the support right there on the 200 on the 30. So, we want to get below that at least and get like an A2 or an A1 to the downside. But if it really wants to, I definitely could see a move under 69.80. I think that would open up 69.70 and 69.60. So I think that would be the cleanest move to get under 80. But I'll still be observing it to be under 90 and seeing what we can start developing from there. That's sort of the downside. But for the top side, it really for me has to break out above like 70.10 and 70.20 and support really nicely, like a big A1 here for me to get confirmation for a move up. But what I would like to see is a failed move up right here. Failed move up, and then later a breakdown, pretty much like yesterday. Exactly what happened yesterday. You had move up, fail, and then a breakdown. The trade came towards the end of the day. We weren't available to catch it, but it pretty much is exactly what I want to see today again. All right, my love. I'll put your screen on.
Okay. Looking at the dailies, we got ES. It supported the 69.50 and then resisted the 7,010-ish area. We ended with the selling wick down to like the 80s. And now we're opening up between, the 69.80 and 70, call it 70.20. So it's like a 40-point range. We're literally here in the middle. I think the best trades will come outside of it, on top or below. Let's see. NQ looks a lot more bearish to me. It's in this 4-hour supply. The daily closed a lot more bearish yesterday with a bigger selling wick below the level. So NQ's looking a lot more bearish. We got this VIX stuck between a level and the 200. Same thing, you know, just stuck between two support and resistance. So the best moves will come out of these levels on VIX and then on ES. Yeah, we'll just have to watch it, play, you know, appropriate price action. I'm sure we'll get some type of setup today. If not, then that's okay, but we got some nice levels at least.
Yeah.
To play off of.
All right, beautiful.
I'm gonna read this
yeah.
365 Science of
Shoot, I
Mind,
keep forgetting.
date
Yeah, beautiful.
January 16th. Good is forever my experience. And he said unto him, Son, thou art ever with me, and all that I have is thine. Luke 15:31. Realizing that we are in the midst of an ever-present good, and believing that there is a law that brings everything of its nature into our lives, we should learn to think and act as though every wrong condition of yesterday were converted into something new and better today. I believe that all the mistakes I have ever made are swallowed up in a love, in a peace, and in a life greater than I am. Therefore, I surrender all past mistakes into the keeping of this ever-present and perfect life. I affirm that love is guiding me into a real and deep cooperation with life and into a sincere affection for everyone. Today is a fresh beginning, a new start, a joyous adventure on the pathway of eternal progress. Today is bright with hope and happy with fulfillment. Therefore, I affirm that this is the day that God has made, that it is good, and that I find fulfillment in it. The law of mind responding to this word of good makes everything in my life simple, effective, and whole. The action of wisdom through me arranges every circumstance so that success and happiness will come from it. I express the spirit within so that only love and confidence go out to everyone I meet, blessing everything I touch and bringing peace and comfort and joy to my world. In every thought, in every deed, in every act, I am sustained by an infinite power and guided gently into an increasing good for myself and for others. The end.
Beautiful. I love those. Every single day it's like perfect and it's just what's needed to be said. You know, I'm really enjoying it.
Thank you, Ernest Holmes.
Okay, well, I got my level set, so I'm gonna step away for a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
It was crazy that I just kind of woke up feeling better after that.
I like the 5-minute hit of supply.
Mm-hmm. If it could stay like this, that'd be nice. The 15 minutes kind of shaping up decently.
What do you think about shorting this right now? The 5-minute.
Yeah, I think I'll just wait a little bit. That was good for 5 points right there. VIX looks like it could barely start breaking out, which I'm hoping it does. Do you feel like your target is appropriate from the lesson that I think you're supposed to learn on Wednesday?
Oh, that's right, that's right. 90 and a half, so 80 and a half. Right?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't looked at it. You look at it. It's playing out exactly as I wanted it on the 4 hour. Maybe I should have taken that initial A3 breakdown as it came back. I wanted it to close first, but it rejected the top of the VWAP 3 times and then broke down. So maybe I could have jumped in it. I would have already had 8 points. It's coming right into this 200 though. You're gonna just jump out right here, like 1 or 2 points away. It's right on this 200.
Yeah. All right, I'm out.
8, 9 points is better than nothing. You could always get those 1, 2 extra points at another time. And this is just the first downward move, right? It's the A3. You still got the A2, A1.
Yeah, I don't play with that 200 anymore.
Yeah, don't worry about 1 or 2 points like that.
Yeah,
That was a nice 5-minute trade though. Perfect. 10 points. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted it to delay itself into the 15-minute, but it just didn't. I used to put a nice supply there.
Mm-hmm.
VIX is starting to turn up a little bit. I wonder if it'll base and flip right under here at this 200 and the previous low and then make another downward move. It's kind of already been a little extended, but it could really make a dump. It could really keep it going.
Yeah, it feels like it's gonna pass those lows all the way down to 70s, like 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you have one contract, you don't want any fuckery, right? Like anything between 5 and 10 points is good because if you had two contracts, you would get the guaranteed 5 and then you'd be break even. So at least you'd have the guaranteed 5. But when you only have one, it's either all or nothing, you know? So it's like it's best to just get what you can on those breakouts.
Yeah, it's always way more detrimental when you're like giving your points back.
Yeah, you never know when that thing can bounce up. At any point, it could just take out all your profits.
Yeah, and it's always for like 1 or 2 more points, you know? And then especially when you're going into areas of potential reaction, going into this swing low. It was a 10-minute demand.
And then the 200.
200. I have this trend line too right here that it hit at 80. But I'm looking for a beautiful A2, A1 here coming up to finish this 70 to 60 level off. Yeah, how many times do we know that you just kind of want to like, if you're getting the A3, you want to be quick with it because that means the A2 and the A1 are coming up, you know? You can't make everything out of the A3.
The 5 minutes been pretty good lately.
Yeah.
A lot more details and structure. 15-minute is just like very big candles.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking it's because we're up here at the highs here.
Yeah, the ranges aren't too big, so once it makes the move, I mean, like, it's already to the next level.
Yeah. So if I'm liking this, we got a downward move with a reaction where it should react. If we can get a resistance one more time upward and then I have a continuation for another downward move, then I could see it finishing off like another leg down.
Yeah.
Attention, possible price reversal.
How you feeling over there?
Huh?
How you feeling?
Feeling good.
You locked
How are you
in?
feeling? Huh?
You said you locked in?
No, I was just journaling the trade. I was putting my boxes there, and
Hmm.
I feel like that move was pretty easy, but then now, like, we have a higher low put in. At a support, I think the shorts would come below 75. What do you think? Or you could, yeah, I don't know.
I still like the orb.
You do?
Yeah. I think there's multiple ways to get it. There's the orb, there's a continuation on the A2.
I think the highest probability would be waiting for the new low to be taken out, like an A2 through that, instead of like down into it, because it could support anywhere up in here, you know? We hit that 75 level, we made a higher low. We hit the 200 on the 15, the 1 hour. I wouldn't want to short back into all that. But I don't know, I guess it just depends. What I'm hoping is that we resist exactly here and we come down into this demand and then base out and then break down again.
Yeah. I'm hoping we go a little bit more up into the VWAP and the orb. We'll see what happens here. It's 30 seconds left. It kind of resisted where my level is that I wanted it to break down and retest under at 86. The 15-minute looks like it could close with a doji. It could get us a drop-based drop. The 5-minute looks like it kind of hit its supply, its demand right there. I don't know if it's just gonna get vertical downward though. I would really like it to go and retest more of the VWAP. I'm not sure if I want to get short here off of this.
No, because I don't think it's really technically hit the demand yet.
Yeah, not technically.
It did hit that recent low. Maybe one more candle hitting the demand and then another breakdown.
Yeah, maybe.
Because we can still hit the demand and then go all the way up to the orb and then break down.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Might try it. Not sure.
Yeah.
It looks like it's playing out like it should, kind of.
Yeah, I like the 10-minute.
I like that it's kind of under that 200.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
The first break of structure on the 5 minute would have got 5 points. That's the second 5 minute candle trade that was available for at least 5. Let's see what happens here. I'm gonna try and get a breakdown off of this candle. Hopefully, if it breaks down, it wants to flush and I like the way the 30-minute kind of flipped around right there. You know, hopefully that gives it continued weakness.
Mhm.
And the key broke its swing low. That's what I wanted it to do. I wanted to see what it wanted to do right there. It could have some type of profit taking or residual buying at that swing low, but let's see. Hopefully, if it makes one more breakdown, it could get like a little continuation move down. See what happens right here. It's in this 5-minute supply. I like the way that there's that 15-minute supply right where that VWAP is. VWAP's a good indicator, and if you utilize that with supplies and demands, it really can help continue direction.
Even levels, like it's really good.
Yeah, the problem is that right here you got like this trend line, the swing low, the 200. So as much as it can have sustained direction one way, it could also shake you out by, you know, these type of moves.
Looks like a failed H on the 15.
Well, I would have preferably liked it to be going back to the supply, hitting the VWAP, and then finally making its full H pattern. We'll see what happens right here. Kind of did like a double bottom on the 5 and then made like a 5-minute demand. I'm not going to get in short off of that. If it wants to flip it into a reverse supply, I'm not going to get in short off that. I'll just have to wait for a retest or something. But preferably what I'd like to see is the candle close inside right here and then a break of structure on this candle as I would get.
Like the 10-minute looks good.
Yeah. The 30-minute too. The 30-minute looks like it flipped around. Better not do anything like break structure and do any type of moves yet. Yeah.
I'm gonna try it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably try it. I don't want it to break down yet, because if it breaks down here, it could always retest that supply that it's putting in.
Stop filled. Stop filled.
Put a tight stop on this. Yeah, if it breaks structure back up, I'm out. I'm gonna just put the tight stop on it. Have it like that.
Stop filled.
You got me out. I don't know how far up it could go again.
Stop filled.
I'm getting back in here.
Yeah, me too.
Stop filled.
Let's get that flush dump right there. The 10-minute looked good.
Mm-hmm.
I figured I should have gave it a little more breathing room right there, but you never know. I mean, it should have worked the way I wanted it to work. It didn't. Took a little while. That's fine. Fuck it. You know, because you can always get trapped in like, oh, a little more, a little more, a little more, and then you're wrong, and those compile. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, because it could have always gone back to that
Yeah.
15-minute supply. Like it could have done a little failed age. You never know. So
Yeah.
it's best to just always protect your capital no matter what, and then you can always re-enter.
Yeah. I'm looking for one more downward move here. 65.5 is my target. Hopefully that was enough to make it slip down one more leg without any retests. It is hitting some type of mid-level for me at this 70 area, but I'm really hoping that the VIX is starting to break out, and NQ looks good as is, has it reacted to its previous swing low and slipped below. So I'm looking for this to be a little bit of a chunk of a fluid move and just catch this piece and deuce out on that. I'm gonna bring one of my stops down to the top of that. Let's see. It'll probably get me out here. Hope not. I'm going break
didn't
even
scalp?
on one. No, I didn't.
You should.
Yeah, well, I am now. It's exactly at my 5 points if it comes back and
Okay.
breaks structure. I hope it doesn't. Get one more breakdown. Come on, man. Yay.
Yeah, NQ is approaching a 4-hour consolidation.
Stop filled.
Okay, got me out.
Not there yet.
It scaled me out of one. I'm going break even on the second. It literally went to the tick. It didn't even make a new high. It just went to the tick of that previous structure. Okay, now it's going down. That's great. I'm not gonna move. I'm just gonna play the game how it's supposed to be played. 65.5. I was like, come on, you didn't. This is the second time you screwed me over like this. I'm gonna let it be. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna bring my second one down to where the 5 points is on the break of structure of the 5.
Okay,
So if it
that's
breaks
good.
5 one more time, then I'll just get out with that.
Mhm.
That's kind of messed up, but all right. Just play the game, right? Next
How
time
you
it'll
were
work
supposed to do
out.
it anyways, right? That's exactly how you were supposed to do it, and it's telling you like,
Yeah,
hey,
so yeah,
follow the process.
yeah, I guess so.
Damn.
Stop filled.
All right, it got me out completely. That sucks because I think it's still gonna go and hit that 10 points. Can't see shit. Oh, I guess. Can't see shit with these cameras here. But I mean that 5 minute worked pretty good. Like on one MES, like you could have got that first 5 point move, one MES, 5 points, boom on the first breakdown, the A3, and then on the A2, one MES, 5 points, boom, and then on this one, like the A2 again, boom, at least 5 points. Of course, it's gonna give you a solid 10. I knew I should have probably been a little bit more patient and allotted the risk, but I also figured it was a sign to tell me that this is the way I have to just be trading, you know, just conservatively. Because you never know, one day when you're like not trading like that, you know, you wish you were, you know, you wish you could have.
Yeah, I'm thinking of even taking profits now. What do you
Even
think?
right now, yeah, I was 1 point. It's already like kind of right here at this level. It's either gonna fucking, yeah, who knows. It could always it could always A1 right there at the 69.80 level, and then finish off again at the 60. It doesn't have to do anything further from here. Although ES is
There you go.
nice.
Come on.
Today was crazy. I would just even get out with that. Honestly, you're back to 1 tick away. I would just get out with that. Just get out. Just get out 1 tick. Show it. Get out. Oh, fail. Big fail.
I know. I learned
Did it get you?
Yeah.
All right, that's good.
I learned my lesson though. That was crazy. It was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, really cool.
Because I did it earlier, and then this time I was like, no, I'm just gonna let it hit. But it's best to just do it every single time.
I kind of
Just
got fucked
it feels so
over
much
like
better.
multiple times. It like ticked me out, gave me a little L, and then I get back in, and then it scales me out twice on the freaking same tick. I got 3 ticks today that hit me, and then it still hit my target. But whatever, whatever.
Hey, as long
I'm
as you're going up,
Yeah,
right?
I'm mildly up,
That's all that matters.
which is hard because that was like a mental battle there that I'm mildly up on, which kind of sucks because the 10-minute looked great, the 30-minute looked great, the VX looked great, everything
Mhm.
looked beautiful to me. The 15-minute played out exactly as I wanted it to. It's just like,
It's all right.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
just
maybe
gathering
next time.
momentum. That's all right.
Yeah, maybe
As
next
long as
time.
you're moving up, that's all that matters. And then next time you'll get it.
Yeah, yeah, next time it'll be clean,
But
fluid. I'll get it
just
all.
take
Small
the
W.
lessons from that. I think still that it was good that we put the stop at the top of the candle. You
Yeah.
got stopped out. That's okay.
I don't think
Because
there's
you never
any
know how
lessons to
high.
learn from it. Honestly, like that was just the other side of our system, you know,
I
unfortunately.
think just the way that you managed the taking profits, you could have put the take profits at 5. That would have made you feel good when it hit, and then you go break even, and no matter what, you have 5 points, and then let the 10 points hit, right?
That's true. I would have been break even on the day though. That's why I was like, do I want to go break even on the day or do I want to like be up on the day? So that's why I brought my second contract down.
Oh,
Cause
because you're playing 2
yeah,
contracts. Yeah, I think the one is so much easier. And look, I took 2 1 contract trades, and that's my,
nice, nice.
yeah.
See, I knew this was gonna happen. There was no room between that. That's why I wanted to like, well, if I knew that was gonna happen, then I should have been more liberal with my stop instead of microman. But because I look back even on the 5-minute, it looks so fluid, but somehow I've gotten stopped out to the tick. That doesn't make sense. The initial stop out I can justify because I should have had my stop there. It was unfortunate that it literally went back to the tick and got me. The 5-minute, um, well, it's because like that 5-minute didn't close. I brought my stop down on top of that interacting candle and it went back twice while it was interacting and broke its own structure. But once it closed, it was fine, you know? So that maybe is something I could learn. That like I can't really put
Bullshit.
myself out of the woods yet until it's done with that next candle. Maybe I should have just been break
Yeah,
even. Maybe I should have scaled the
yeah.
one, been break even on the second, and then when that second one officially closed, then I move it down.
Uh-huh.
But it looked so good to continue the breakdown that I was like, okay, it shouldn't go back up. And then it went back up to the same tick and then went down again. So I was like, okay.
But that's just the lesson we got to learn is
Yeah.
closures of candles,
Yeah.
closures of candles, no matter what.
Well, that's good for you. Look at one ES, 2 trades. That was pretty good. That's like the
Hell yeah.
best feelings, right? Because you get to trade more and then it's low risk, but then you're also like still throwing W's up and it's a sufficient W.
Yeah, it's so much
So
better
less
because
stressful.
like you're more inclined to take trades because you're on the
Right.
lower size. And
Right.
then you can just take multiple trades when it provides it instead of just taking one. Okay, that was stressful. Okay,
Yeah.
that's it. I'm done.
Yeah. That's true
Or
because
potentially taking a huge out, like that little
right.
1.5 point out was just what, like 250 or something?
Yeah.
Or I don't know. It was 250 for you, but it was probably like if it was 1.5, it was only 75 points for me. I mean $75.
Well, it wasn't. It
Yeah.
was 2.5 points, wasn't it?
Was it? Yeah, that's a lot. Let me see.
Well, if it was 250 for me, it'd be 125 for you.
That's
You're on
right.
half the
It was like,
paychecks.
yeah.
Yeah, so the
I didn't
250
even,
kind of hurts, right? Especially like when you're
yeah.
finally get the move, you scale out one, it's kind of like for nothing almost, right? I
Yeah,
mean, not really, but
exactly.
yeah, that was I was foreseeing a very smooth move. That's why I didn't even scale out. I was like, oh, this is going to be a perfectly smooth move. I'm going to get 10 points. And it's just something that I'm learning from the universe that like maybe next time, but as long as I stuck to my system and my edge, it literally hit me out 3 times on the same tick. So that was kind of just like a communication to me that it's not always going to be fluid like that, but as long as
Yeah.
I'm maintaining my rules, next time I'm gonna get it back. It's gonna get me next time, and like
Yeah,
I'm grateful to
exactly.
even be small green this time,
Yeah.
and it should have been a large green. That would have been nice. It was boom, boom, 1-to-1, boom, right away, enter, hit. I knew that was gonna happen, but how did that happen, man? 3 ticks on that thing?
It tells you exactly like, hey, you can't change it up, you gotta stick to the
Yeah,
plan, stick to the rules.
yeah.
And as long as you do that, you're gonna be all right.
Right. It'll
That's
come
the
around, right? That's just like kind of how I was telling you the other day when you need to scale back down to 1 ES and then your second trade could be 2 ESs as opposed to like your first trade back being 2 ESs, right? And potential, and look at you now. It was as if you did 2 ESs and you're able to.
Mhm.
So it all came back. You just have to be able to be fluid and adapt and move with it. And I'm still thinking that
Yeah.
there could be a possibility of an A1 here at this 15 minute at the 80 level. So I'll still be available for a trade. I'm gonna see if I'll do a low contract trade, honestly, like a 1 ES if something else plays out. But
Yeah.
hopefully it just doesn't finish off right here and then flag at the bottom once it reaches this level. It pretty much had officially reached this level, but it seems
I
like
mean, we got the A3, we got the what,
yeah, A2.
A2? So then, yeah, we still have that A1 coming up.
Good. Yeah, hopefully it does. So we'll see.
These shorts are a lot harder, they're not as fluid. They kind of
Well, they
They don't look
seem,
as great. They look
yeah,
after,
exactly.
like the candles after they look good.
Yeah,
But while you're going through it and you're in the trade, it's not like the most fluid. Like the
yeah,
candles look so bad sometimes. It's like, oh crap,
yeah.
like is it gonna go up?
You really gotta like stick to the plan, right? You really gotta stick to the edge and be like, hey, no matter what this thing is doing, like my edge is for this. It's kind of like that short yesterday, right? That like the area we would have entered, it gave you like this huge reversal doji, but it just never broke the previous structure high, and then it finished off. It's kind of like that. It's like your edge should be stop at the top of the high, and it would have worked, but all that junk in the middle, what happened? It's kind of like what happened to me. Like, I suppose my stop, I should have got the full 10 points. It's okay though, but the initial stop out that I got by putting my stop at the high, I'm okay with because that was
Yeah.
just the way it worked,
Yeah,
like
you can't really give it too much
yeah,
room there because it's a huge candle. The previous candle is pretty big.
yeah. And that was a
75, it was a
sufficient
10-point
risk,
candle.
2.5. That was a sufficient risk. And it was at an area where it should have dumped like it did. It should have continued.
Mhm.
And like for it to have
Yeah.
continued and then came literally back to the same tick and then continued. Okay.
Yeah.
Like that's
Because, I was thinking it might even go back up once more to the
uh-huh.
80.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you
That
had a 75 entry, that's already past 5 points.
Yeah.
So that's a huge risk.
Yeah, because
I like the way
technically,
that yeah.
yeah, technically your stop should be at like the 85, the previous candle structure high, right? Like at the top of that basing there. That's where it should be at. And you have the basing, you have the supply, you have the 200 to protect you to resist, but still you should be stopped up there. That's the negation of your analysis. But maybe that's going to be the A1 that's going to set up here. All right, well, I just walk away, I guess, for a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, looks like we're gonna call it a day. We got our daily bread. God bless you all. I wish you all the best and health and wealth.